And it was the story where Augustine recalled as an old man the things that he had done in his life about which he was most ashamed. And he recalled an incident that took place when he was a teenager, where he became involved with some other young guys in an adolescent prank where these fellows went into somebody's private orchard and denuded a pear tree. They helped themselves to the pears that belonged to somebody else, stole all these pears, and then left. And Augustine now, 50 years later, is mourning over this childhood prank. Give me a break, Augustine. I mean, what's the matter with you? I mean, people are either guilty of adultery and of murder and of grand larceny and these serious things, and here's this guy all exercised over stealing a few pears when he was a kid. But Augustine explained what it was that made him feel so remorseful. It wasn't the bare act of stealing this fruit. But he said, as I considered my life, and I consider the things that I have done that were evil, I could see that there were certain sins I fell into that though they were not excusable, they were certainly understandable. Yes, Augustine confessed to all kinds of sexual sins as a young man, fathering illegitimate children and so on. And he had remorse for that. He said, but that I can understand. There's a strong biological drive to become involved sexually. And that temptation can befall a person when they are at a weak moment, and anyone can succumb to it. He said, that I can understand. Doesn't excuse it, but I can understand it. He said, and I can understand a man who is starving stealing a loaf of bread. I don't think a man who is starving has a right to steal a loaf of bread, Augustine said, but I can understand the force of the temptation to do it. He said, but I stole pears when I didn't like pears. That is, there was nothing that would stimulate my passions to steal those pears except one thing. And that was the sheer joy in doing something that I knew was wrong. What Augustine was lamenting was the exercise of his fallen nature, of his flesh, for the sheer joy of doing it. It's been said that one of the most selfish of all crimes ever committed